Hello, my name is Christopher Graham II from Bardic Insights, here at the request of my lovely host, the Gamer Toads. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the Welsh god Dewi, god of dragons, which sounds awesome. Unfortunately, let me give you a little disclaimer here. Due to the extensive age, the fine wine-like qualities of Dewi, not a lot is known about him. A lot of it has been lost to time, so most of what research is out there is more theory and historical guess rather than actual, I don't want to say fact because it is supposed to be mythological, but more stories and things surrounding him have been lost. So there isn't a lot of origins or things like that is not well known. So, with that little disclaimer out of the way, let's begin. Now, as I said before, Dewi is really, really, really old. He is so old that the Mesopotamians forgot who he was. They're like, who? I don't know who that is. Sorry, I'm gonna go back to inventing language. I don't know why I said that, because I actually don't know anything about the Mesopotamians, and I'm sure if any historian listens to me or anthropologist, they're going to be like, who is this guy talking? But he's really old, okay? Centuries upon centuries old. And so unfortunately a lot of the information that might have been known about him is just gone. It is, someone was, I guess, using in private browsing or just cleared all their history or their cache. Because it's gone. However, there is a lot of cross-references, I am terrible at English, about him within other cultures. Some cultures actually reference Dewi as being a demon. However, in Welsh culture, he is represented by a dragon, as being a dragon. Those of you familiar with Welsh culture might be familiar with the Welsh flag, which bears a symbol of a red dragon, which is meant to represent, you guessed it, the god Dewi. Now, legends of Dewi show up in both ancient and modern cultures. There's also a theory going around that Dewi is actually the dragon from Arthurian legend. For those of you not familiar, there are multiple references to dragons in Arthurian legend. One was that there was a dragon on the flag of King Arthur. Some believe that this dragon was meant to represent Dewi himself. And there was also, depending on which Arthurian legend you read or listen to, Arthur at one point had a dream involving dragons, and it was believed that the dragon in that dream was supposed to represent Dewi. Now, the red dragon was actually also used as a personal badge of the High King of the Romano-Britons, and was known as the Pendragon. I wonder why. I'm going to have to use a lot of my deductive reasoning skills to figure that out. Good thing I've read every Sherlock Holmes story there is, which is a lie. I've read like 5. I don't know why I just lied to you. The red dragon, as I said before, is also on the Welsh flag, which is used to which represents Dewi. Now, the red dragon badge was used by a number of British monarchs, more famously Henry VII. And in 1953, that red dragon badge was given an augmentation of honor, and the motto, and I apologize because this is in Welsh, and I am terrible. I tried putting it in Google Translate to listen to how it's pronounced, and I still couldn't get it. I'm sorry, I took German in high school, and I barely speak that, so I'm going to give it a shot, but, Eadre Gok Didiri Coswin? I apologize for messing that up if you're a native Welsh speaker, or if you are any more competent than I am, which isn't hard to be. However, that roughly translates to the red dragon gives impetus, or the red dragon leads the way, or the red dragon advances. It all depends on on I don't know, whoever translates it. But those are the ones that I found. Now, this was actually taken from a poem by the Welsh poet, and again, this is Welsh, so I'm going to mess it up, Dewi Bleundu, a poet from the 1400s. Now, the current flag of Wales, at least, was adopted in 1959, but as I said before, was based off of a royal the modern flag was based off of the royal badge that, you know, those old kings and queens used to use in Tudor times and things like that. Now, The badge was the basis of a flag in Wales, in which it was placed on a horizontal white and green bicolor kind of thing. Now, unfortunately, the original flag that came before it was was not particularly well received, shall we say. It had a lot of negative criticism, unfortunately, because for two main reasons. One was that the tail was pointed downwards, which will relate to the second issue. The motto that was used on that badge and, and things like that. Let me think how to tactfully say this. The phrase "the red dragon advances" and "red dragon gives impetus," etc., was used to describe the private parts of a male bull that was attempting to copulate. If you don't know what those words mean, I would suggest you look it up. So in 1959, the government decided that the flag that they were using was gonna be just shoved under the table and forgotten about in place of a different flag, one a bit more tastefully done. So you can actually go look that up. I have actually forgotten what it looks like. I did look it up, but I forgot because I'm lazy. But that is still an awesome flag design. I mean, a dragon on a flag, that is first of all really intimidating. Like, can you imagine just armies of these men marching, just charging forward, and this flag with a dragon on it just hovering over these armies as they thunder towards an enemy. That sounds so awesome. I basically picture the battle scene from Lord of the Rings where they're at Mordor, but I picture the Welsh flag above everything. However, the dragon on a flag is not only used in Welsh culture, it's actually found in several other cultures around the world. Some cities and countries that use it are also Bhutan and Moscow, and more notably, a town in Argentina called Puerto Madryn. Funny enough, that city was also founded by Welsh immigrants. So that's kind of why it looks pretty close to the Welsh flag. The only difference being that I believe the Puerto Madryn flag is on a blue-white bicolor with blue being on top. I believe whenever I looked it up. So I just really wish there was more about this figure because I find him really interesting, or at least an interesting concept in the limited capacity that I can. However, unfortunately, that is all the information that I have to provide for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed listening to my rambling, and I'm going to turn it back over to my lovely hosts. I think that's the third time I said that. Have a good evening, noon, morning, whichever time you're watching this at. Bye-bye!
Hello everybody, this is Liz is a T-Rex. First off, I want to thank all of you for watching this video, and a big thank you to YamiHP7 who drew the artwork for this video, along with Chris from Bardic Insights. Their group is helping me a lot by providing me voices for all of this. I couldn't get as many of these done without their help, so be sure to give both of those people some attention. Go to their pages. Their links will be down in the description. Also, just so you know, these shirts are already up and they are here for 7 days. So after the 29th, the shirts for this god will be gone. Anyways, good. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day. Be sure to give this a thumbs up. We're shooting for 20 likes this time, so let's give it a try. And if you haven't already, push that subscribe button, because there's plenty of gods to go around. I'm going to be doing this for a really long time. Anyways, goodbye!